What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of the Prelude with Scotty and Jamar. Now, as you can see, it is just me in the building tonight. Jamar could not be here, but however, you guys already know whether he's here or not, he will always be credited for any interview that I do, he do, we do. He will always be credited. Now, I know we're up to a late start, and we're both sorry about that, but we are here though. We're here. It's my 12-year anniversary, as well as you guys already know. After this interview is over with, we're going to go live once again to celebrate my 12 years of being on YouTube, 12 years of being a blogger, just 12 years of being great altogether. Now, speaking of greatness, we have a person here that's from, I want to say she's originally from Pelahatchie. I think that's where she's from. And she's known here in Jackson for, her brunches. She's been on the news for her brunches. It's all about women empowerment. And she's a part of the hit on reality show, Bill Collective. And she's one of my favorites on the show, to be quite honest. She is. I mean, I might read her down, I might shade her down here and there for some of the stuff that she may do on the show, but I really do like her, and I think that she's a genuine soul. So without any further ado, let's bring her in. We got Lateshia Pearson in the house today. What's going on? What's going
How
on?
are you? How are you?
I
Thank
am
you
good.
so
I
much for
am.
having me.
I
Thank
am
you.
so glad we finally got this interview together, because I've been trying to get this interview since August.
I am so sorry. I am so
glad.
sorry. Listen, my apologies. That's why tonight I said, you know what? I am not about to cancel with him tonight. I mean, my boy been waiting. I appreciate it. I am so sorry. But listen, I'm here. Good things come to those who wait, baby. Good things
Of
come to
course.
those who wait.
Now, before we get started, you are from Pelahatchie, right?
I am.
That's
Pelahatchie, honey.
that's not too far from me. That's not too far. I
Okay.
don't think it's too far. Pelahatchie and Canton is really not that far, though.
No, honey, just go up 43.
That's it. As a matter of fact, 43 is right around the block from me. As a
See,
matter of
there you
fact.
go, honey. We cousins. We cousins. Okay, we cousins. Yep.
Did you hang out over the weekend for like Jackson State homecoming or anything like that?
Absolutely not. Believe it or not, absolutely not. I did not, honey. I really don't just go out like that or whatever just to
Mm-hmm.
say go out, but I was able to see different stuff. I was working, I'm getting some stuff together. I'm, working on my speaking engagements. I have a lot of keynote engagements coming up. So I was just really working. But I did check the gram, honey. They popped their stuff this weekend, baby. This past weekend.
I was out there a little bit. I was out there that Thursday. They had that little block party on Capitol Street. I was out there with my
How was
friends.
it?
It was cool. I ran into one of the Bill Collective men out there. They didn't know who the hell I was, and I'm glad that they did not know. But
Wait, whoa, wait, what?
I
Who did
saw
you run
Greedy.
into?
I saw Greedy. He was
Oh,
out
did
there.
you?
Yeah, he was like literally right next to me, and I'm like, ooh, he must don't know.
Ah!
I said, I'm glad he don't know who I am.
Why have you been talking some junk over here, Scotty?
I have.
Oh Lord. Oh.
But I can hold up for it, though. I can hold up
You
for
can
it.
hold up. Hey, as they say, stand 10 toes down, baby, and you are good, okay?
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the interview. So Lateshia, what you feel like is the number one misconception about Lateshia Pearson? What would you say is the biggest misconception about you?
So I would say the biggest misconception is that a lot of times people mistake women of empowerment for pushovers. I think that they say, oh, this is just because you're a genuine person, just because you want to see other people do great, that people can just handle you any type of way. And that's not cool. I love everybody. I'm going to always embrace, you with love first, but don't play with me. So I think that's what it is, because most of the people who are genuinely out here empowering and pouring into other women and people in general, I mean, they come from something. I mean, we just said it. I'm from Pelahatchie, there were not like a lot of opportunities. So I love inspiring and pouring into other people. So when sometimes people will mistake that, how they say, take your kindness for weakness and think they can play with you. That's it.
Well, Pelahatchie and Canton is pretty much the same. There's not a lot of opportunity. People have a lot of things to say about those of us that are from small towns, more so urban areas. You
Mm-hmm.
know, me, Latrice, and So Gucci is all from the same city. You know, when you hear about Canton, Mississippi, you hear, oh, y'all ghetto, y'all ratchet. You know, it might be just a tad bit true. But at the
Ah,
same
okay.
time, we have, it's talent around here. So one thing I will say before we get into the next question is when the show Bill Collective first was a thing, when it first came out, I will say that, of course, the main reason why I was looking at it is because of Latrice, because I know Latrice, went to school
Mm-hmm.
with Latrice, hung out with Latrice, have friends cool with Latrice, been cool with her for many, many years. So,
Yeah.
of course, I was watching it, because she was there, but it was a bigger picture to that because we really don't get an opportunity to have reality shows where we're from. Like we
Mm-hmm.
really don't. We don't get any representation. People think whatever they want to think about us is, and when they do think of us, they think of negative stuff,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
was happy that you guys came out with a show like Bill Collective. It's basically like the Mississippi version of the Housewives, to be honest. I
Yes.
enjoy it. It's one of my
Yes,
favorites.
Hunty. Yes, Hunty.
um
Thank you.
so tell me about your life before Bill Collective. Like, what would you say was your life before? What was Lateshia doing before that?
Well, before Bell Collective, let me just take it back. So, you've been watching the show again, originally from Pelahatchie, married, Glenn, Josh, kind of know my situation. So I went to Hines, I graduated from there, and then I went to Belhaven. So in 2003,
Oh, you went to Hines
I went to Hines and then Belhaven. I went
and
to Hines
Raymond.
in Raymond.
I did too.
But
I
you're
didn't
a baby,
graduate
honey.
though.
So yeah. So I went there when I graduated from Hines. I went to USM, but I was so in love with Glenn. I only stayed a semester, so I'm like, I'm not gonna be going to Hattiesburg. So I came back and I enrolled in Belhaven. So after I graduated, I took a job from 2000 and I got married in 2003. I took a
Hmm.
job in 2004 all the way up to 2013 until I had my son. Until I got pregnant with Joshua. Excuse me, 2014 as a paralegal. So
Hmm.
for like 11, 12 years, I was paralegal, but at the same time, I've always been into entrepreneurship. So I've had so many different things. A post construction company. I thought I ripping jeans, honey. I made fruit Mother's Day. I got your fruit baskets. I've been bail bonding 2011. I've held my license. In 2017, actually, when I launched Women Brunch Mississippi. So I was brunching. I've been brunching since then. And after I had Joshua, in 2015, I was just a stay home mom. So I'm doing stuff. I mean, not a stay home. I was part time. I was making my money. I was making my coins, but I
Hmm.
was a mom first. You know what I mean? And then I was like, you know what? Let me start this back into this networking hub, and Women Brunch Mississippi became a thing. And I just did it by putting this networking event together, and so many people came out. And I'm a believer in, and that's my saying, become the change that you wish to see.
Hmm.
So I went to Atlanta and I saw people were networking and women were asking this question. I remember two girls were talking and they asked each other, well, how can I pour into you and how can you pour into me? From Mississippi, I'm gonna be honest, that was my first, I had never heard that from another woman. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? We need this here in Mississippi. So I held my first brunch, Mingling Over Mimosas business brunch, to get these entrepreneurs in Mississippi together. Contrary to what people may believe, honey, there are a lot of entrepreneurs in Mississippi. There's a lot of talent in Mississippi.
It is.
And I had that brunch. And after that, honey, it's up and it's stuck. I mean, so many things happening. You know, I mean, before Bell Collective, I've still been me. I'm still me before Bell Collective. A woman of hope, love, inspiration, peace. I love all good things. I love your energy and creativity. I love to create. I'm a Cancer, so I love to create. So before Bell Collective, I was doing all those things. After Bell Collective, I think Bell Collective. I know Bell Collective is gonna go on forever, forever, forever. But I'm gonna still be, still be me. Just change.
Okay, well, see, I know you've gotten a lot of, attention since the show. Of course, you guys have. So, do you enjoy your newfound fame, or does it get a bit too much? Like, do you ever like go out and people notice you from the show and stuff like that? Like,
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. It's totally different. But the thing is with me, I've always been a people person. And it's okay. Even with me doing brunching and doing news, I've always been like in a networking hub.
Mhm.
But here it is, it now with the show, of course, it's totally different. I was just down there the other day in Margaritaville enjoying my son, looking a hot mess, just taking him down to spend some time. And they're like, Lateshia from oh my God, can I have a picture? I'm like, you hide behind the arcade? This too much to get a picture. And I'm just like, I'm so approachable, but at the same time, it is what it is. I love people and I never miss an opportunity to just do what I have to do in that moment. I believe we all meet for a reason. So if I have time, I'm going to embrace them, talk to them, and go from there. So it's just all love. I haven't met anybody mean or anything like that. So
Yeah, it's I know that I don't have the same attention as you have, but me being like a YouTube blogger, and of course I need to pat myself on the back with 37K subs and
congratulations.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
People see me out and there are people that see me out around here, and they go ham when they see me sometime, and I'm kind of introverted, so I don't really know how to take that. It's like, oh, I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'll be like, but at the same time, I'm kind of shy and introverted. So I really don't know
Mhm.
how to take when people like embrace me the way that they do. So, just to hear you say, you seem like you're an approachable person. You don't give me off like you're gonna be, mean or anything like that if somebody approaches you. And I'm not really mean either. I just freeze up when people approach me. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like y'all
Mhm.
like me like
Yeah.
that. You know
I
what I'm
mean, if you have all of the like followers, yes, they love you. And you're an inspiration. What you're doing, small town Canton. I mean, you're
saying?
interviewing, you're not stopping, you're being consistent. And like I said, I've heard wonderful things about you from Latrice. She hit me up and was like, Scotty trying to get in touch with you. He been trying to get in touch with you for some
Mhm.
months. I'm like, what? Okay, let me get with my people so they can do it. But that says a lot, like about your character and when you can have people to speak on your name. And so you're an inspiration. I believe that. So they just want to hang out with you, see you. I mean, embrace it and stop saying that you're nobody. You are somebody. And I know you just said in a jokingly way, but we
Yeah,
do have to be careful of the things that we say.
you're right about that. People get mad with me when I say that. They be like,
Yeah,
"Stop saying that." I'm
you are. Uh-huh. You
like,
are. Mm-hmm.
so how did the show Bill Collective come about?
So Bell Collective came about in I don't even know the year. I can't even say. But myself and Jacoby McGee, I don't know if you've heard of Jacoby McGee,
Hmm.
but Jacoby McGee he and I was working together. I love me some Jacoby McGee. He's a creative. He is, a young guy, very inspirational, a go-getter. I love him to death. And just a positive energy. So he and I were working together on one of the brunches, and he knew like we both had a common interest of bringing changing the stereotype of Mississippi.
Hmm.
So along with the brunches and different things that I had going on, and with him being in that area, he went ahead and put together like some different women that's attended the brunches, different things, so that we could pitch a show. So we both had the same talent. He absolutely loves Mississippi so much. I cannot
Hmm.
wait to see what he's doing next. And that's how Bell Collective came about. He shot big to Carlos King. Like when he sent it, he was like, I'm showing this to Carlos King. I'm like, Carlos King, like the king
Right.
of reality TV, and even in that moment, what I preach, I was not practicing what I was preaching. So he was like, yes, he's opened up like a submission and let's submit these girls. So we put like some girls together on a paper. We went back and forth. We put information about them, just to give him an overview of what to expect from Mississippi. So we sent it over. Jacoby sent it over. He shot back. We had the interview. Carlos loved it, and here we are. So I
So you
always shout
probably
out to the
was
team.
just like me. Oh, so Carlos ain't gonna pay attention to that. You
Right. I mean, when I looked him
probably.
up, I was Googling when Jacoby said, well, this is a guy here. And I was like, wait a minute. At this time, it was like Oprah's documentary, like Hollywood Divas, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Love
In
and hip
Mississippi,
hop.
we're always overlooked. But I do
Yeah.
believe, well, we're not anymore. But, exactly. We're not overlooked. We're overbooked. So,
Oh.
okay, let's start there. All right. So for him to really show interest in Mississippi and just women here, that's what I applaud him on. Even with his other shows, he'll go into like Huntsville and these small towns and really put us on the map. He's not like going, oh, I'm gonna go to LA, what I already made, or I'm gonna do, New York or anything like that. These major
Mm-hmm.
cities, he came right here and got raw, real talent. So
Right.
here we are, baby.
All right. So did you know any other women before the show? Did you know
Yeah.
anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Okay, who exactly did you know?
So let's start here. There were more women pitched. Let's start
Yeah.
there. There was like several, and at the end of the day, he chose who he wanted to choose. Absolutely. I knew most of all the women had attended my brunches, except Latrice at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew all the girls from my brunches, or we've had conversations or something like that prior to it. So
Okay, so now we're about to get into just a tad bit of the things that you do
and I'm speaking
business
of,
wise.
excuse me, not to cut you off. I'm speaking of episode like season one, the girls from
Oh,
season
okay.
one. Okay.
Okay. All right. So what exactly, because this is a question that that everybody wants me to ask. What exactly is the Lateshia Pearson Enterprises? What exactly is that? Like what
Oh,
do you guys
Let me just break it down. Letitia Pearson Enterprise, honey, because I do so many different things,
do?
and it's legally and emotionally, it's better to combine everything under one. So I
Mm-hmm.
created my enterprise. I have my branches. I do my bail bonding. I do coaching. I'm a private investor in medical marijuana dispensary. So I do so much under the umbrella, and a lot, and property management, a lot of things that I do. It's not like, oh, let me advertise it, because a lot of my moves are silent. So when
Mm-hmm.
I have Lateshia Pearson Enterprise, it's not just a building to say enterprise or a standalone or whatever from Women Branch, Mississippi. What I've done, I've housed everything under one umbrella, because I am building a multi-million dollar enterprise. So it's more than right to put everything under one umbrella.
Okay. Okay. So at the beginning of the show, you talked a lot about Ferris Street. What
Mhm.
inspired you to want to do a project on Ferris Street? Because although I'm from Canton, not necessarily from Jackson. Of course, everybody knows what Fair Street is. It's Fair Street Festival. Everybody. So, what made you want to invest in that? Like,
Well, it's going back to season one, and it was inspired by my grandfather. His sister worked on the strip, and God rest his soul. His sister worked on Farrar Street way back at a beauty salon. And my
mm-hmm,
grandfather told me that I remind him so much of his sister, which that for me was an honor, because
mm-hmm,
she was out here encouraging Black women to start their own business and empowering them regardless of who didn't like it. Even when I started Women Brunch Mississippi, one thing that my grandfather said, girl, you helping these Black women start these, like, he still had that mindset. And I'm like, things are different, things have changed. So when he said that about Ferris Street, he was saying how they would go down there. He would see his sister. There were a lot of Black folks. There were just like people, having a good time in our own lane. There were like Black doctors. Like we had dentists. We had our own banks. There was so much like the Black Mecca. And I'm like, wow, that would be so amazing for us to have our own space to create, to
mm-hmm.
inspire, to pass along generational wealth, just to see that revitalized, where that is a space for us, where we can feel safe. And I do believe that, it's needed. I know that it's needed. So my interest was deeper. It was inspired by my grandfather, who I'm still honored to say that I remind him of his sister, and the way that his face just lit up when he talks about Ferris Street. And see, honestly, I didn't even know. Like I never, like you knew. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know as much as you knew. I just knew what he talked about, and I started to research, and I'm like, wow, this would be so dope if under what I'm already doing with women, creating a network. I love connecting with other women. I reach out to other women to network and connect with them. So if we could do something so major like that, like legacy, inspiration, leaving it to women, to girls and boys with, who look just like us, I thought that would be so dope.
Oh, I'm tickled right now because I never realized how much we have in common. Because what's crazy is that we both went to Hines and Raymond. You graduated though, I didn't. Um,
It's okay.
you wanted to go to USM, so did I, but I didn't go. And you are the type of person that like to reach out to other women
Hmm.
to network. I reach out to several different bloggers to network. I remember
Hmm.
when Bill Collector first came out, and I went to a lot of my blogger friends and was like, y'all need to review this show. Y'all need to review this
Thank
show.
you.
Y'all need to review this
Okay.
show. Y'all need to review this show. I don't know if y'all heard about this show, but y'all need to review it. Like, I really did do that because I wanted, I was excited. Like, this
Yeah.
is, so
Thank you.
it's crazy how much we got in common. I didn't realize that.
Yes, honey. See, the wait was worth it, honey. The
Right.
wait. Don't cancel me, okay? Don't cancel me.
So, what's exactly the status of the Fair Street Project right now? Is it still going?
So as you watch season two, right? So I really can't speak on that, the status of it. I know that right now my focus for me is definitely my enterprise and the things
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing. But I wish everybody who's working with the project, I wish them well, just because I am not on the field playing. I'll still be in the stands rooting. I want to see it revitalized, and I do believe that the people who are involved in it now, they can definitely make it happen. So I'm not sure of the status, but yeah, I've passed the baton.
Okay. Okay. So now we're about to get into a little bit of the mess, child. So you've had a lot of drama this season. So we're gonna start it off with Akeisha.
Uh-huh.
Now, what rubbed you the wrong way about Miss Akeisha? Because she's rubbed a
Um,
lot of us the wrong way. So what rubbed you the wrong way when it came down to Akeisha? What was the issue?
well, for me, we had I thought, excuse me, let me say, I
Okay.
thought we had developed something prior to us filming Bell Collective, and there are a lot of different factors um, that I would say played into it, because once she came here to back to Jackson
Mm-hmm.
to film the show, it came off as a totally different person that I met over the phone. And
Mm-hmm.
as we got into the season and things started to happen, you guys were able to see how and why, what caused that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just meet people like where they are. And for me, my perception of what I had over the phone wasn't the same that I got in person. But there are many factors that played into that as to why I felt that way. And it's a lot that you guys didn't see as well. So
Oh, I'm sure.
mhm.
So would you say that she kind of, because you did come to her with, with the notion of working together for the Fair Street Project and all this
Mhm.
other stuff, and we see at the end that she has, taken the reins and decided to do her own Fair Street Project? Would you say, and I want you to keep a buck with me, don't give me
Always.
no
Always.
pageant girl answers. Do you
Always.
think? Would you say that she stole your idea?
No, she can't steal anything from me that I gave her.
Oh, well, you were her genie and you granted her wish. You did
Yeah,
say
so it's
that.
not a style. It's not that. I still believe in the same I still believe in the same thing, and that is that with her going into Fair Street with property and whatever these things that hey, go ahead, go with it. That is my reason for reaching out,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted our fans who didn't get a chance to see inside of properties or buildings on Fair Street to be able to see that. And she had that to offer. So no, you can't steal anything from me. I give. If I want you to have it, it's yours. If I want it back, I go get it.
Oh, okay. So now I did notice that you called out Tambra quite a bit this season. Now, did she really not want Akeisha on the show?
Listen, let me tell you one thing about me. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing about me that I stand on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if I say it, cash it. I'm not out here. Listen, I'm out here making moves. I got too much going on. I can't be out here exaggerating and making up stuff on people. That's just
Mm-hmm.
not how I roll. If I say it, that's what happened.
So she ain't want on the show.
Period. Like, that's just what it is.
Huh. Okay. So I guess I may as should I cancel this next question? Because I was gonna say, is there any truth to Akeisha begging to be on Bill Collector? I guess that's the answer right there.
All I'm gonna say, sis, is here, and it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. One thing that I'm gonna say about me is that I don't. You will never catch me just saying stuff to say stuff, and you will
Mhm.
never. And one thing too, I'm always triggered. Like you will never. Hey, if I keep me on positive, I love being on positive. Keep me on
Mhm.
positive because when I go to negative or you bring that out of me, then it's never pretty for anybody.
Okay. All right then. So now we're going to get into the whole thing with Taisha. So what is your relationship with Taisha?
I love Taisha. We have been friends for a very, very long time. As far as my brunches, when you see my brunches, it's no secret that she's one of the most sought after event planners, decorators here. She's currently working with Deion Sanders. I mean, she's worked
Mm,
with so many celebrities, so many things. She's definitely been even an inspiration to even for me to even start a business way back when I was a paralegal. So
mm-hmm.
we go way back. If to me it's always been because she's older than me, a big sister, little sister thing. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I got to ask this question because when you look at different reviews of the show and the things that
mhm,
people say in the comments, when it comes to reality TV, sometimes people think that things are being done just for a scene or
mhm.
just to have a storyline. So, did you know before that particular scene with Tasha on the first episode that she
Mhm.
had a connection with Greedy? Did you know that beforehand, or was that something that just really just fell into your lap in that particular scene?
So years ago, Tasha owned a company where she would bring in different like Monica, Jagged Edge, like she's like so many different people. Oh my God, anybody that you could think of, was it Robin Thicke? She's had so many concerts here to where when I was younger, I used to like work the door and different things for her. I'm out here with Birdman and I'm in my early 20s. So it's like so I met Greedy through Taisha
Mm-hmm.
back way back then. So now whether it was emotional or whatever, who knows? But I know that that's how I met him. So oh,
Okay. Ooh. All right then. So I guess that's all I really got for that Tamara and Tasha stuff.
mm,
So now you're very good friends with Latrice and Marie. So where do you stand with them both at this particular point? Because they do this a lot. So
child.
where do you stand with them?
I
And
love Latrice and
are
Marie.
you still trying to get them to get along?
Child, listen, grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and right now, my that is definitely not on my radar. Trying to get two grown women to talk. If they want to talk, they talk. But I love them. They both bring something different in my life. Each one. So I love them. We're great.
Okay, so how about this? Let me ask you this then. I know that. Did you know? Okay, did you know Latrice before the show, or did you know her coming into the show?
I didn't know Latrice coming into the show. I
Okay.
knew of Latrice. Back in I reached out to her to like speak at a brunch or something. But
Hmm.
this was over social media, but I didn't know her.
Okay, so I asked you that to ask you this. So it seems to me that on this particular show, it seems to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the two people that are probably the closest to you is Latrice and Marie, I want to say.
Mhm.
So, being that you met Latrice due to this situation, how did you guys become so tight like y'all are? Because y'all seem
Mhm.
to have a genuine relationship, and you can tell that it's genuine. Even the
Mhm.
way she speaks of you off camera, you could tell that it's genuine.
Mhm.
So, how like what was it about Latrice that drew you to her?
So for me, Latrice reminds me of my sister, and my sister is 28, 29. Although Latrice, a little older, but it came off to me as a um little sister vibe,
Hmm.
a little sister vibe, and we just clicked. And she's funny as hell, you know
Oh
what I'm
yes,
saying?
she is.
Yeah, so it was more so of that's how the embrace came,
Hmm.
and more of like a big sister, little sister, if I had to explain it in that way. I can say things to Latrice that I would literally say to my sister. And I'd be like, and not even on advice tip, just random. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just random stuff. So it's just good energy.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to the part where we talk about your own personal drama,
Mhm.
and and I'm just letting people know we don't have much time, so I'm gonna get through this the best way I can. So with this season, we talked about your marital issues. So just to start this segment of the interview off, if you wanna say something about it, where are you and Glenn at this particular moment? Are y'all
Well, at this
dating?
particular moment, Glenn is Joshua's father, and I'm Joshua's mom. Be sure to tune in to season 3.
Okay. Okay, so did you know about the whole baby thing before the blogger that everybody thought was me put out the information about it?
So I'm not gonna address that.
Good. Okay. Okay, so if because I know that on the reunion when you guys were doing the DNA test and stuff like that, you made a comment and you were like, even if the baby is his, I would accept it because it came from the affair and I already forgave him for it, so I will forgive him for that too.
Mhm.
So despite what's because obviously it's other things going on right now due to your answer. So I guess I could say if things were different and the baby was his, you would be able to continue on with the marriage.
Possibly. Definitely, possibly. Like I said before, and this is something that I say, you know, you a child being born in any situation, that the child is innocent. And one thing about it for me, if my son, if there's a sibling out there, it's not even about Glenn, it's not even about the other woman, it's not even about me. But if there's another sibling out there of my son, I don't rob my son of that.
Yeah.
So I would want him to have a relationship regardless of how that even came about. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's just where I stand in that.
So we're down to the end.
Okay.
And there's a game that we're gonna play. We play this game with everybody that we interview. Jamar
Okay.
and I, my co-host, who's not here right now, who's
Okay.
pissed that he's not here. But there's a game and there's two more questions. Is there anybody else in the Jackson metropolitan area that you could see being on Bill Collective?
Absolutely.
I know I got a couple of people I could have seen being on there.
Absolutely. 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 Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys just started filming season 3?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you expect? So coming into season 3, like I know it's too early to say because y'all literally just started filming, but
Mm-hmm.
what do you what do you foresee for season 3?
I mean, for season 3, we all evolving, we all growing. You're gonna have that little girl drama and stuff like that. But what I love throughout the entire episodes, the seasons, is that you're gonna see us navigate. You're gonna see women together, navigating through friendship, marriages, kids, trauma, all kinds of stuff, trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I like to tell the ladies that this is a big, weird ass sisterhood. And at the root of it all, we gonna be catty, we gonna do whatever, we gonna speak our mind. And what I love about these women, like we all, well, I ain't gonna say all. Most of us we tell the truth and we stand on what we say. You know what I mean? And that's something that I can respect with four of the bells. Fine.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
then,
I for one can't wait for the third season because
hmm
I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna toot my own horn. I'm a big advocate for the show because I'm from here, so I'm a big advocate for the show.
hmm
Anyways, like that's just what it is. So I'm always gonna be excited for anything Bill Collective. Um, so now we're gonna play the game, and it includes all of your castmates. And what we do with this game is we call a person's name, and you say exactly how you feel about that person.
Okay.
And okay, so we're gonna
How I
start.
feel about them?
Yeah, like what you think of them.
Okay.
Okay, so Latrice.
Um, One word. It gotta be one word. You
It don't
said.
have to be one word. It could be one word, one sentence. It don't matter.
Latrice. Bossy, fashionably, and funny.
All that. Marie.
Marie. Successful, beautiful, confident.
So Gucci.
Um, funny, cute, shady,
As hell.
and realtor bay.
Tamara.
Tambra, radio personality, um, radio personality, sweet and sweet.
And Akeisha.
Akeisha, I would say, um, Akeisha, I would say she's very confident. Um, she's determined, like a go-getter. She's
Mm-hmm.
persistent. I
Mm-hmm.
would say that. And what else? I don't want to say shady because they had the thing shady, not shady, the definition. But I would say blunt.
Okay. Okay. And I forgot these two because because when we interviewed Latrice and So Gucci, we added these two to the list as well. I forgot to put them in here, so I'm gonna add them right quick.
Okay.
Essie.
Oh, Essie is, I mean, of course, she's my part of my peeling hatchet. So
Uh-huh.
Essie, I mean, Essie is just what you see is what you get. She real, I mean, real, I mean, logical, you know what I mean? And she's a great friend.
I like Essie.
Hmm.
And Melanie.
Melanie, I would say, Melanie is funny actually. Melanie is funny. And she's beautiful.
She is. She'll probably turn me straight.
Yeah.
So you
Not
know.
turn you straight, honey. Yes.
So that's what I think.
You so
Well,
funny.
I want to say thank you. I wish we had a little bit more time, but next time, because I know there would be a next time.
Hmm.
Next time we'll have a little bit more time. And I mean, we talked backstage already. Like we probably will see each other in person. I mean, who knows?
Yes, that would be great. And listen, thank you so much for having me again. It is always an honor, Mississippi bloggers. Please, forgive me, honey. You won't have to wait August. September. You won't have to wait 3 or 4 months, okay, for an interview, honey. Okay, booked and busy, baby. Don't listen. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
Now
Okay,
listen,
so.
before you go, I'm gonna say this. I've always liked you on the show, despite the fact that there may be because I have to read and shade all y'all, even
Okay.
Latrice. I have to read all y'all.
What's
But
my shade? What's my shade?
it's because I didn't know what the hell Latrice Enterprise. I mean, not Latrice, Lateshia Enterprises was. I didn't know what the hell it was, and that was my question. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, why is she not saying what the hell is that? You
I
know what I
know.
mean?
I've heard that. Now I see that because I'm like, what? Now I see that if you don't post it, you're not
Yeah,
doing
I
it.
was like, what the
Like you
fuck
would
is
never
that?
catch me like. Well, I just posted something like bonding. Like I'm in families. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing like I'm out here saying, oh, just advertising because I
right.
have a steady clientele. But I understand now. I was like, what the hell they mean? I do so much on business sometimes. My paper ass looking good. I'm like, what are they talking about over
And not
here?
only that, I remember one time, this was last year. You posted on Twitter because I follow you on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
I
follow you
was
back.
looking at your Twitter and I saw you post something and you said me and my little boosie. You was talking about Glenn. And I said, has she been watching my shit? Because I'm the one who called him little boosie on every video. So has
Did
she
I?
been watching my shit?
That's Lil Boosie, honey. That's Lil Boosie. I see that all the time. Like Glenn and Lil Boosie, Glenn and Lil Boosie. I'm like, oh Lord, that's crazy. But yeah, so that's the shade. What is Lateshia Pearson Enterprise? And I'm
And
married to
I
Lil
mainly
Boosie.
call Glenn Lil Boosie all the time. But mainly this season, I've mainly been defending you a whole lot because of the whole
Oh,
narrative issue thing. Because I'm friends with a lot of females. So, and I'm friends with a lot of straight males. So I find myself comforting my female friends, but cussing out my straight hoe ass friends that's always being dogs all the time. So,
Thank you. I need you in my life. I need you in my life, honey. Yes.
so
Yes, honey. We cousins, baby. 43. Okay.
I told you it's right around the block from
That's what
my
I'm saying. All right, honey. What's that? It's the hole in the wall. It's right there. 43 dot. What was it, baby? You may not know,
house.
baby. Baby, too young. Mm-hmm.
I'm 33, so
Oh yeah, your baby. Okay. But thank you so much. I appreciate what you're doing. I respect your talent. I respect your gift, your platform, and just continue to be great. You just said how many you celebrate? How many years?
12. And I just
Ooh,
started popping
cheers
off
to
2 years ago.
that.
I just started popping off 2 years ago. But like you said, it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait. Well, continue to be great. And if there's anything literally that I can do to help your platform, you from Mississippi, I stand for Mississippi, regardless of what, I'm glad that the stereotype is changing here in Mississippi because of Bell Collective.
Mhm.
And so anything that I can do with my platform to help your platform, just reach out. Or if you got to go through Latrice again and say, listen, what's up with Lateshia? I'm like, what, Latrice? So just do that. But I apologize for the delay.
No, you fine. Like I made my
Okay.
jokes before we came up here, but you good though. Long as
Okay.
we got the interview done, that's all that matters. Now,
And I stayed on longer. I said, you know what? I
yeah,
like the energy. I got to go to the jail to grab this fund because my assistant can't get it tonight. So I was like,
right.
you know what? But I'm here for you. I'm in the moment, and I respect your
Now,
platform.
now when you and Latrice ready for a lunch, you got to let me know.
Okay.
I have my co-host, my best friend Jamar Flown up here from Atlanta. He'll come right along with me. I sure let him
Well,
know.
let's do it. We'll get it together. Latrice is great with scheduling like dinner dates and date lunches and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So let's run it by her and let's make it happen.
All right.
All
And listen, we
right.
ain't even got to be in front of no damn cameras.
Okay, we could just make it happen. We could just chill. I like that better anyway, honey. We could just chill, honey. We can chill.
All right, then. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate it. And like I said, we'll be revisiting this
Okay.
once the season and stuff starts and stuff, and we'll have more time next time. I'm already excited. This was a good
Sounds
interview.
great. Let's speak it into existence. Good
All right.
night, baby. Thank you for
Good night.
having me.
No problem. No problem. Good night.
Good night.
All right, you guys, and that was Lateshia Pearson, you guys from Bill Collective. I'm glad that we were able to do this interview. I'm glad that we got it together because, child, listen, I thought it wasn't gonna happen, but we got it together. I'm here, and now I got to go. Okay, because I'm coming back in less than an hour because we will be celebrating 12 years of me being on YouTube. That live is at it's now 9:38 Eastern, so it'll be 10:30 Eastern when I come back, and I would definitely be on time for that. So y'all be ready. We will be back here in less than an hour. I'm gonna be talking about my journey. I'm gonna be taking calls from some um Scotty gang members. I'm gonna have some of my friends from YouTube coming on here. They don't even know that they coming because I didn't ask anybody to come yet. I'm just gonna drop the link in they inboxes and be like, if you're available, just come through. That's just what I'm gonna do because I didn't know that I was gonna do that. And plus I have a lot going on right now. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna change out of this outfit because I only put this on for the interview and the interview itself. And yeah, so we're about to get up out of here. No, because of Bill Collective, they made gay. Okay, girl, what you talking about? Okay, anyway, sorry about the interview was short because she had other things going on. She definitely did, so that's why the interview was short. But we're definitely gonna get it popping in less than an hour. And thank you for the 100 and some people that tuned in. And we're about to get up out of here, and I will talk to you guys in less than an hour. Okay, I hope all of you that was in here will be back in less than an hour for my live. I'll talk to y'all then, y'all. Bye, y'all.